All right, let's jump right into things. First of all, definition. Recursion. Procedure calls on itself. Example. The tree. The seed creates the tree, which makes more seeds, which creates more trees. Another example. Humans. Human creates more humans, which create more humans. One of your lines of code is procreation. So, why would this reality itself not be recursive? That the trajectory, the telos, is an Ouroboros. That the procedure of reality calls on itself, aka we make more reality. Okay? Let's jump into things from a perspective of thousands of years of studying metaphysics and consciousness. We've had the ideas of non-linear thinking versus linear thinking with us for that long of a period of time. What does it mean to live simultaneously between the two? Can you hold both perspectives at the same time? In the sense of, first and foremost, you are eternal, you are infinite, you are the cyclical time, time being an illusion. Okay? First of all, and can you hold that at the same time of your biological clock ticking right now? You get 30,000 days to live if you're going to live until you're about 82 years old, 2.5 billion or so seconds / heartbeats. So you have to hold that simultaneously with eternal time. Okay? Because what do you want to do given linear time is you want to actualize your gifts into the world. Okay? So we're going to hold those two simultaneously. Cyclical, eternal, infinite, time being an illusion, at the same time as my biological clock ticking and wanting to actualize gifts into the world. Okay? So the more that you ponder the telos, the purpose of reality, the more you ponder the word infinity, the more you ponder the word eternity, okay? The more you ponder the word recursion, the more you ponder Ouroboros, the more you get ultimate reality. There's a really good song that goes, "You might say that we've been here before," okay? Think about that. You might say that we've been here before. How many times has that happened to you via deja vus, via all of the different scenarios that you've had where you think to yourself, is this an eternal return? Have I been here before? Why does it feel so familiar to me? Another way to think about this is automata in orthogenesis. So very simply put, that there is a automatically making, an auto-making process, and there is an orthogenesis, a unilinear evolutionary process towards an attractor, okay? What is an attractor? It's the mathematics of what a complex system evolves towards, okay? So the recursion is at the Godhead, and that's the attractor, and the mathematics of our complex system is evolving there via automata orthogenesis, okay? And you can think about this like John von Neumann, one of the smartest people who's ever lived, the universal constructor, okay? And what does it mean to make an iteration or a mutation in that tape of that code that is evolving? It means doing something as simple as creating the capacity for humans to fly in the air. One human gets the imaginative idea from watching birds and goes, we need to do that. And the next thing you know, they're assembling an airplane. They're flying an airplane somewhere around 100 plus years ago. And then, boom, here we are 100 plus years later. There are over 100,000 commercial flights that happen every single day across the planet. That cut down travel time across an ocean from weeks to less than a day. It creates more empathy. It creates more gnosis of the other as the self. Okay? Very profound. And that's all that you have to do. Steve Jobs and so many other people have said it. Just look around you. Every single thing around you was created by the imagination of people that decided to seize those ideas and just relentlessly, obsessively execute them into the world. Okay? It's that simple. You have to push to achieve beyond what is just the 40% of what is David Goggins and Dave Blaine and so many other people talk about, is us just being stuck at that 40% of what we can achieve. Work harder, achieve your full potential, fast more, work out more, sleep better, execute more, stay focused. Such simple things will help you get up to 45% of your full potential, 50% of your full potential. Hold your breath underwater for 30 seconds, then 35, then 45, then 50, then 55, then a minute. And keep pushing yourself and just feel that incremental pace of yourself becoming more and more self-actualized to your fullest potential. Fight against the incessant ghrelin, that the hormone being called by your body. I'm low on glucose. I need to eat right now. I can't work if I don't eat. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can burn fat. You can enter ketosis. You can stay focused on the project that you're trying to execute into the world. That's how you achieve your fullest potential. That's how every single greatest mind of all time has done it before now. You take the 100 plus billion people that have ever lived before us, and only 1% of them, somewhere around 1 billion people, are the ones that seized ideas and executed them into the world. They made those iterations and the mutations in our evolutionary trajectory that gave us all of the beautiful abundance that we have today. And the other 99 billion were common. Be the uncommon amongst uncommon people. Ultimately, when you ponder that telos, when you ponder our evolutionary trajectory, you get the idea at a deeper level when you look at virtual reality, when you look at simulation theory, when you look at artificial general intelligence, when you look at all of these things that people from even 100 years ago, let alone 1,000 years ago that were studying metaphysics did not have. What we have now is the most beautiful way of immersing ourselves in what is ultimate reality. It's so simple. Every single person that puts on virtual reality for even 30 minutes and uses it and then gets out of it, thinks that is thinking deeply, more critically about the world, takes it off, and they go, how the fuck is this not already virtual reality? It's that simple. Think about it. It's such a clear mirror. It's such a clear hint that we are evolving towards that telos. It's all triangulating. Even the West is triangulating via AGI, simulations, and virtual reality on the same thing that Eastern metaphysics has been thinking about for thousands of years as ultimate reality. John Smart calls it the Transcension Hypothesis. The fact that we look out and we see there's nobody else in these massive star systems that exists yet for us to find out. Fermi's paradox, Enrico Fermi, where is everybody? Well, guess what? It is highly possible that where everybody goes is, of course, it's important, make life interplanetary, go and create beautiful bases on the moon and Mars, and go and explore the moons of Saturn and Jupiter, looking for life on Europa and Enceladus and Titan is very important and very fun. But it's also super important to think about virtual reality, AGI, simulations, and transcending inward at the same time as we go outward. Why is inward so fun? Why does inward have such a deep calling as a recursive function? Let's think about it this way. Why do you think people like video games so much? Why is a great example, Japan, as Dan Fagella likes to say, a canary in a coal mine? Why? Why are there so many people around the planet obsessively playing video games? Ponder that for a moment. Why? May it be because we already exist in a video game? May it be because they, by playing video games, they gain the ability to feel like gods? Maybe that's why. Maybe when you pick up the controller or when you immerse yourself in a virtual reality, what is happening is you feel like a god. And you awaken to the fact that you already are a god. We all are. Maybe that's what video games give us, and maybe that's why they're so damn popular around the planet today. And that's the trajectory where they're going. You are God. You pick up the controller, the virtual reality, you enter into the environment, and you are the God. You get to decide when you want to exit out of that world. You get to decide what quests you want to go on in that world. You get to decide what accolades you want to get in that world. You get to decide how you want to level up, what attributes you want to level up. Think about it. That is exactly what you get the opportunity to do right now. You are infinite potentials, and you get to pick if you want to stay at a stagnant, static 40%, or if you want to achieve your absolute maximal potential across every single category that is possible for you to achieve, unleashing your fullest divine, unique gifts into the world by pushing yourself harder. Okay? There is going to be very soon, and we'll all be seeing this decade and the next decade, an infinite amount of designer realities for us to immerse ourselves into. Okay? The idea being that given the significant computational powers that we are unleashing, and given the absolute indistinguishable realities that we are designing, and those incredible graphics and sensational and sensoritory experiences that we are building, that we are unleashing so many different combinations of what is possible for creative virtual worlds that you will get to pick what you want to immerse yourself into anytime. And you will find that to be fascinating because one moment you will be in the normal math and physics of a universe just like this, and you'll be exploring what it's like to be on the planet and going between the wall of China and the Eiffel Tower and Machu Picchu, and you'll go back 500 years and you'll live in the Enlightenment. You'll go back 2,500 years to the time of Buddha. And then, so you'll bounce around like that, but then guess what you'll do? Then you'll go and you'll jump into new styles of solar system design. And then you'll be like, okay, cool. Well, all our solar system has this star and Earth, and it has these amounts of planets, and it has these big planets like Jupiter and Saturn and whatnot. And now what you do is you go, well, what if I enter into a different style exoplanet around a different style star system, and they have a different style of life that has evolved, and you go and immerse yourself into that? That will fucking blow your mind. that will blow your mind, it'll blow my mind, and it'll blow all of our minds, because that's what's coming. And there's even a step beyond that. The step beyond that is to design virtual realities that don't even follow the same laws of math and physics as our universe does. So all of a sudden, you'll be immersed into these abstract realities that you just can't comprehend. It's so much more difficult for you to understand. It's not simple DNA double helical carbon-based life forms in that style of coding. It's different. And we get to design that, and we get to understand what actual infinity means as we go through that style of a recursive Ouroboros process. And you just think about this reality. When you realize that you are the publisher and the player, we are the publishers of the game and we are the players of the game. The deeper that you embody that as a gnosis, as a Gnostic being, the more you realize that, the more you realize that we ourselves have designed and buried the actual codes. We have buried the codes. Think about it. Think about it for a moment. Where are the codes buried? There's this titration of remembrance that's happening. As we're evolving, we're unlocking more and more of these remembrances that are waking us up. Think about it. We've talked about so many of them. AI, virtual reality, simulations. Even back thousands of years ago, people could tell that dreams were a crucial hint. What about all of the shamans on the planet and all of the ways of leveraging the beautiful entheogenic plant medicines? We literally we encoded the secretions of plants to wake us up to ultimate reality. We are the designers. We wrote those codes. And if you don't see plant medicines, and if you don't see dreams, and if you don't see VR and AI and simulation technologies as codes that we ourselves programmed to remember, to remind us what ultimate reality is, contemplate that more. That will help you a lot. And think about it also in terms of octaves. It's so musically beautiful. You can think about it this way if you would like. Here we go. Ready? C. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, C. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, C. Right? That's the Ouroboros moment. When we go from 7 to 8 is the Ouroboros moment. And so many people have talked about the evolution from 3 to 4, which is where we are at right now. The hypothesis is that we're going from E to F, right? We're going from mi to fa, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? From mi to fa. And what that means is we're going from service to self. Service to self, I'm self-dealing, I'm obsessed with my ego, to service to other, which means that I am serving you because I understand the divinity within you, that you are me, that we are the one self, that the mathematics of the infinite is diversity in oneness. Thank you, Sri Aurobindo and the Mother Mira Alfasa. Love you both so much. And so that is our evolution. And notice how there is no E sharp, which is very interesting. And what that means is that it's very hit or miss, okay? That either you're going to get it and you're going to understand service to other and our future, or you're going to stay in the ego in your service to self mode and that you're not going to get it. So get it faster, wake up faster, push yourself to wake up faster to service to other and where we're going. You have the full potential inside of you to awaken to it. Unveil, unleash the kingdom of God within you. Unleash those beautiful, unique gifts into the world. And this plays every combinatoric forever, infinity, eternity. This beautiful dream symphony that we are a part of plays every combinatoric forever. That is the logic of the infinite. The fact that we unleash an infinite amount of illusory finity as a validation mechanism that we are truly infinite. That is the logic. And that's why the logic is also recursive, an eternal self-actualization loop. eternal self-actualization loop. Eternal self-actualization loop. It's a key thesis of the project that we are releasing. And that becoming is the only being. The only being that is available is an eternal becoming. And that's what we are. And that's what's going to continue happening forever. Ultimate reality is nearly indescribable. Nearly indescribable. Don't let people tell you that it's not possible to describe ultimate reality. Don't let people to tell you that it's not possible for us to uncover our source code, because it is, and we are. And we are going on that recursive process. And that ultimate reality needs the best storytellers possible, the best synthesists, the most generalist polymaths possible to sponge up all of the novel peaks on the fitness landscape and then create the story of what ultimate reality is and disseminate that in such unique millennial, Gen Z, and Generation Alpha consuming ways that we all wake up way faster. That's our role with our show. So that's why simulation in 2020 and beyond, this decade, is going to be unleashing the best synthesis, the best storytelling around ultimate reality. So buckle in, because that's what this channel is. That's who I am. That's what I'm unleashing into the world. And you're here early. And remember that the earlier that you are here, the more you have an advantage. You have an advantage that you are taking in the most cutting edge understandings of ultimate reality. And you, by embodying that, sharing that with people, and building up on top of it, and working your own unique creativity with it, will get to level up. We're shooting a portal to you. Jump through the portal and enter into a new dimension of thinking about where we are heading, who we truly are, and where we are going, and what we truly are. Okay? Remember this. Reality is recursive, an eternal self-actualization loop. One of the lines of code of reality is to call on reality. We're making more. It's an eternal cycle, simultaneity of the eternity of time with your biological clock ticking and wanting to actualize your unique gifts into the world. This is your heartbeat. You're only going to get 2.5 billion of those if you live until you're about 82 years old. So you have to have simultaneity in those two things. Reality is recursive, eternal self-actualization loop. That's the Automata Orthogenesis to the Attractor of the Godhead in the Transcension Hypothesis. Contemplate it more. AGI, virtual realities, simulation technology, infinite designer worlds, the logic of the infinite. Contemplate these concepts more. I'm leaving you what is a very important trail. So dive into this trail. The more you do, the more you'll pick it up. And the more you pick it up, the more you can create gifts from it, build on top of it, and wake people up to where we're going. Okay? I love you very much. Remember also that the mathematics of the infinite is diversity in oneness. We are one being, and we have all of these diverse, unique individuals that are expressing gifts into the world. So unleash yours. Go beyond that 40% stagnation, staticness. Go way beyond that. Challenge yourself. Love you very much. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Such an honor and a pleasure to be able to have people that care about what we are bringing to the world as a gift. So thank you very much. I'm honored and privileged, and I'm very grateful. And buckle up. We're bringing some insanely beautiful things forward, and I'm just so grateful. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me know more as you go through this process. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about where you're getting along this process. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. We're going to have some bonkers things lined up where we'll also be bringing the community together in person. So I'm so pumped. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You guys know what to do. Subscribe if you haven't. Like the video. Share the video with other people. awaken people faster. And truth, ultimate reality, number one. Nothing's more important than that. It's that simple. Dedicate yourself obsessively to ultimate reality and the truth, and it will yield. It will yield.